going to be talking about how important it is to pick our battles and choose your no's with your children. The challenge of parenting lies in making the right choices. And often the choice is not about what you need to do, but about what you want your child to not do. How many times in a day, in a very reflexive response, we actually end up saying no to our children? And it is very important to take stock of it. Because choosing to say no, or even saying things, don't do this, don't do that, often comes in as a part of our reflexive action. And even the fact that as a parent, we do believe that small decisions is something which is going to shape our children in every possible way, and which is why it is my responsibility to actually make the right decision for my child. But the fact is also that when we say too many no's, our children can actually become desensitized to some of those no's. We may also restrain and restrict them in being able to explore an environment, in being able to make mistakes in their own decision-making process as well, because that is also part of learning. Of course, as a parent, your worries are legitimate, and you are going to make worries, and you are going to make mistakes even as a part of your own parenting process. And this is exactly where we need to understand that too many concerns and worries of our own, we don't overwhelm us, and in the same way does not restrict our child to be able to experience, explore, and discover a lot of things in their day-to-day life. It is important to have a flexible approach as a part of parenting, but that does not mean that we end up vacillating between our no's. Saying a no is a very important part, and it is also something that teaches a child on how to be assertive. And which is why, before you choose a no, you need to have that clarity of thought process, that over here there is a reason why you believe a no is important. And this is what we teach our children through this process of choosing our battles, of saying no. So no is a very important word. How many times we recognize that even as adults it's so difficult for us to say no, because as a part of our own growing process, a no may not have been taken very well, or a no would have been actually enforced on us on different ways. And a child may actually learn to be on different extremes. Either the child becomes too withdrawn because of those constant no's and becomes too doubtful and shy of making one's own decisions and choices and thinking independently, or a child can actually turn into a rebel of always pushing that no away. So balance and choosing your no is a very important part. And once you choose a no, as parents, it's also important to be on the same page, where you're able to give a reasoning, a logic to your child of why a no over here is important. Because once you say a no and you keep going back to yes, children also learn through observation. And they also learn and follow a faulty behavior pattern in this vacillation of choosing to say no and then going into a yes. So if we want to address a lot of these things of difficult decision making, of helping our children learn, shape themselves in a much more confident way, we also have to be confident of choosing our no's, why we are choosing it, what is the reason behind it. And yes, flexibility is important, but at the same time, when we say a no, there is a reason behind it, why we are choosing to say no. But yes, there sometimes can be a point where you rethink and you decide, okay, maybe we can actually together sit back and rethink about this part. And having those some moments of rethinking and changing a no to a yes is something which is possible. But yet again over there, it is very important to support it as to why you're doing this. No is something, and your own thought process behind a no is something that teaches your child a clarity of thought process. It's also helping the child develop an independent thinking. And both these things are very important in developing a self which is confident. So choose your battles to pick your nose.